So I thought I would just give a tour of this city I've been working on for a while. It's called Cliffside Bay, I think, and I have 25 tiles. I have the mod that gives you 25 tiles, and it's got quite a few population, over 400,000 population, and not a whole lot of developed land left to develop. So I'll just give you a quick tour. There's two major airports, one over here and one over here. Let's go to a different view here so you can see what I'm talking about. So here is one of those airports I mentioned, and here's the other one, and we've got a lot of other stuff. So this area right in here is a industrial area where most of my incinerators are, and then one of the airports, the big industrial airport. By the way, I have a mod that I'll put the details of the mod here for these big airports. So it's like an international airport with lots of planes going, and has the passenger area and a cargo area. So in the cargo area I have some industrial zones around it, and we'll look at the traffic and things in a minute. So two airports like that, and then there's a third, like a little municipal airport somewhere in here. I think it's right over here. Yeah, there it is. Little municipal airport. That's the standard one that comes with the game without any mod. And we've got lots of transportation and very few problems with traffic. So let's take a look at the traffic. So that you can see there's a few red areas where there's quite a few vehicles going by. Let me escape out of this. And mostly it has to do with garbage trucks coming into the incinerators here. I'll go ahead and let it run a little bit so you can see how busy it is. Train going by here collecting cargo from this industrial zone. And this is a generic industry right there. And have several IT clusters. The further you get into the game, the more IT clusters it likes. And you can see population right now is 442,000, still growing, and bank balance is 3,700,000. This is the one of the IT clusters, and I have a few. These are disabled some of these crematoriums a while back when there was some kind of an issue going on. A lot of dead bodies, and I had to resolve it, and part of it was turning off some of these. Anyway, see how happy the citizens are when I turn it back on. So I have lots of metro and trains, and we'll take a look at some of that here. Let's look at the train area. So if I go to here, I can see all my, excuse me, these are metro stations. I have some above ground and some below ground. There's one in this airport terminal, I believe. Oh no, here it is, right next to the terminal at this airport. That's the little municipal airport. Up at the big international airports, we'll find one of those. Here it is over here. It has some interesting buildings that you can add. Elevated airport metro station is one of them. So where those are is under the airport area. Let's see. Actually, I forget where they are. I thought it was here, but no. Oh, here it is. This is airport area when you have this mod, and then it has all kinds of different terminals and decorative buildings, hotels, airport lounges. So you can see I have airport lounges over here, a couple of them, and these are the aircraft stands. You have large and medium and small. I think this one just has large and medium. I put in 2 runways and then, had to do the taxiways to get the planes on and off. And it's quite busy. Lots of aircraft coming and going. We'll ride with this one for a second. Well, let's try this one. Oh, he was landing. I thought he was taking off. That's okay. We're taxiing now back to the terminal. If I escape out of it, you can see him right there. There he is. Could also look at this view. So they've got 48 passengers right now. So they're going to go in here and go to one of the gates at the terminal. Pretty realistic. If you've been to any big international airports lately, sometimes it takes a long time to taxi into the gate. There's a large one leaving now. Now he's going in. There was a gate open right there that he could fit in, so it's probably he's unloaded his passengers, or is actually loading up some more, boarding now, and then he'll take off. So that's the airport, and there's some metro all around it for people to get there, obviously. And this is the cargo airport terminal. And so cargo planes will land and taxi over into this area. Not as busy as the passenger terminal. Let's see, is that a cargo plane? No, passenger plane. There's a couple of parked cargo planes. Not a lot of activity at this one right now for the cargo, but sometimes it gets busy. This is the other airport, other international. It's really busy. And the cargo is over here. There's a cargo aircraft. So he has unloaded, I think. Yeah, it just says active, so. And then the trucks will come in to offload cargo from the aircraft to load it back up again, and then it takes off. So quite a nice mod, and boy, you can see all the planes. It's really gotten busy airspace now. Amazing there's no mid-air collisions. This is another IT cluster. It's a large one. They're all pretty happy as far as I don't see a lot of issues going on. Here's another probably something I turned off right here. Yep, another crematorium that I had turned off earlier, so I turned that back on. We have a lot of capacity for the crematoriums. I can look here and see that. See, the availability is way up. The usage is pretty low really for the amount of availability, but that's okay. As long as, whoops, I just put another crematorium in there, I didn't mean to. Oh well. So, okay, lots of power going on here. Oh, and one big thing I wanted to point out is because this doesn't have rivers, this particular layout has no rivers. It's got these bays, and it's kind of nice because you can have your sewage treatment. I have the Eco water treatment plants because I have a mod for green cities, I think it's called, and it doesn't make much pollution. You can see a little brown in here. It makes some, but it's nice that it's not on river, because I've had problems with rivers flooding, because when the cities get really big, there's so much sewage effluent coming out that it causes the rivers to back up and flood. But when it's on the ocean here, no problem. A little bit of pollution though. I might try to clean some of that up. I possibly could do that with the what's included here. Let's see. These little cleaner things. So where are they? Don't see them. This is the water treatment plant, Echo, and fairly clean one. So I forget where the other things are. Let's look here. No, not there. So I think I have to go to pollution area. Oh, there it is. Floating garbage collector. I can put some of these in here, and it might help clean up some of that effluent. So I'll just do that. And take a good look at those, a close look at those. So they sit in the water and clean up anything that's going by, I think, and it might actually help clean up some of the brown that you see in here. As I was running out of space, I thought I'm going to populate this little island here. So I built a bridge across to it and just did some low density residential. I think I told it to be, let's see if I put a, yeah, I put a, what do you call these, region? District. Put a district in there and told it to do the ecological, it's called self-sufficient buildings. So the buildings have some solar panels and things like that. Water supply here, but I didn't really need it because I actually ended up putting in piping, which you can see right there. Piped it across and connected to the water system. So it has fresh water in the sewage. Anyway, long bridge going to it. There's some cars going over there. Let's take a look. Oh, I think they were going to the little carousel park. Yep. And then there's a cruise ship going under the long causeway there. I have an extra little cargo harbor over here. Long road to get down to that one, so it's not very busy. There's more cargo harbors. Cargo harbor here is pretty busy. And a cruise ship harbor, or a cruise regular harbor that gives cruise ships. Let's see what else we have going here. The metro is pretty cool, I think. I really like it. There's an above ground metro, elevated. Let's wait for a train to come by. Oh, there's one right there. It's white. Yep, it's got 53 passengers at the moment. We'll just go on board here for a second and see all the passengers in here. By the way, this ride-along thing is another mod that I've talked about in other videos. And here we go into the next station. We're going to go underground, I think, before we get there. Yep. And fascinating view when you go underground. Okay, I'm at another station here, and it's loading up. Don't really see the details, but I can see a cruise ship over here. So we'll get out of that. So that station is right in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yep. Lots of passengers waiting here. So one other thing I wanted to talk about was, because you want to try to centralize or, to isolate your high polluting areas, like the trash areas here, garbage, a lot of pollution there. And so I don't want them everywhere, so I try to keep them isolated somewhat. Then that causes another issue, and that is that garbage pickup becomes a problem when areas that are far away because of the traffic to get to that place and those kind of things. So one of the things I've done that seemed to help a lot is I made some quick ways to get to the far reaches, and one of those is these tunnels. So I had to go pretty far down and underground to do this, but I'll show you what that looks like. So here it goes down and travels underground. Oh, this is a short one, but let's look at a longer one here. This is one of them I'm talking about. Okay, this comes from the area where all the garbage incinerators are. I'm going to let it run so you can see the traffic under there. So the garbage trucks are headed out, and then they're going underground. Let me go down again. And they're branching off and going to different parts of the city. This goes a long ways and then comes up over here. So if I go back out to the normal view, you can see the garbage trucks coming out, and then it's going on their pickup routes. And then they get back quickly because they can take this underground tunnel back to the facilities. This one's about to return, so I think he's going to turn right and go into the tunnel. And there he goes. We'll follow him along a bit. There he goes underground. So he's headed back to the garbage facility, and it really has seemed to help to alleviate the problem with, garbage piling up in areas that are far away from the dump or the incinerator plants. Another thing I like to do is provide lots of walking paths, because these citizens really do like to walk. I see here I have one here, and I forgot to put a crosswalk in. That's another little mod to add crosswalks. So that helps them get across these streets without having to go a long distance or jaywalk. So this one, this path goes through this neighborhood. I believe it starts over here at this community pool. And I need a crosswalk there too, so I'll go ahead and put that in. And then goes over here, and then it goes way up this mountainside. And I see there's somebody using it right here, a person walking. Let's zoom in on that. Okay, I'm going to select that person, and then we'll walk along with her. Oh, it's a steep path, and it's a long one. But it's being used, which amazes me that they'll walk the distances that they do. So I'm going to back out and just look at the view from up above. So she's going to a shopping center. Here's some people going up the path. Whenever I put in a metro station, I like to put walking paths around it to get through the neighborhoods and things. And they seem to be used a lot. So I really like them. And then if I want to embellish, I come in here and put some trees and things in to make this path more pleasant. Let's just do a few of those so you can see what I'm talking about. There is a landscape tool. There is a tree that, I don't know if I loaded it or where it came from, but it's called a jacarundi tree. And I've seen these live in Hawaii. It's a cool tree. Blooming jacaranda. I think they're native to Australia. But anyway, I'll put some of these in. When you zoom in on them, you can see the blooming. And now, let's just walk along the path with somebody and see what that looks like to them. Pretty nice, eh? Okay, so I put some more trees up on this hill just to make things nicer. This particular tree only shows its blooms when you zoom in on it. Otherwise, it looks like it's wintertime. And I like to add palm trees and things like that occasionally. So we'll do a few of those. Just to jazz things up a bit. And there's some pretty cool giant redwoods, which is one of my favorite trees in the world. Well, I can't always find it. This looks like all bushes. Yep, I thought it was here. Oh yeah, there we go. Giant redwood. Pretty big tree. Have an observatory up here at the top of this hill. Pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. I've sure enjoyed building this city.